The sprawling empire of Elon Musk finds itself at a critical juncture, navigating a complex landscape of market shifts, regulatory scrutiny, and evolving public perception across his diverse ventures. From the automotive sector to cutting-edge artificial intelligence, recent developments underscore both the inherent challenges of rapid innovation and the strategic pivots required to maintain relevance and growth. Fresh data emerging this week paints a stark picture for Tesla's polarizing Cybertruck, revealing a significant downturn in demand during the second quarter of 2025, as reported by Fortune on July 17. This plummeting interest could signal a recalibration of the market's initial fervent embrace, potentially influenced by factors such as the vehicle's unconventional design, its premium price point, or the increasing competition in the electric truck segment. The initial surge of pre-orders, fueled by hype and novelty, appears to be giving way to a more measured consumer response, forcing Tesla to potentially reassess its production targets and marketing strategies for the distinctive vehicle. This shift in demand highlights the volatile nature of consumer preferences, even for products backed by a visionary like Musk, and underscores the ongoing challenge of translating early enthusiasm into sustained sales. Meanwhile, another one of Musk's ambitious Colossus projects, reportedly located in South Memphis, faces considerable scrutiny over alleged environmental transgressions. Inside Climate News reported on July 17 that residents and activists claim the facility has been operating gas turbines without appropriate permits. Such allegations, if substantiated, could lead to significant legal and financial repercussions for the entity involved, while also drawing a spotlight on the environmental impact of large-scale industrial operations. The claims underscore a growing tension between rapid industrial expansion, often championed by tech magnates, and the imperative for stringent environmental compliance and community well-being. This situation highlights the critical need for corporations to not only innovate but also to adhere strictly to regulatory frameworks and address local concerns. Shifting gears to the artificial intelligence arena, Musk's xAI appears to be carving out a distinctive niche in the competitive landscape. Axios on July 17 noted that xAI has an opening in the Fox News lane, suggesting a strategic positioning or appeal to a demographic that may feel underserved by existing AI models. This could imply a focus on particular ideological perspectives, a commitment to free speech principles within its algorithms, or simply a differentiator in how its AI models generate responses and engage with information. Such a move could be an attempt to capture a segment of the market by offering an alternative narrative to what some perceive as politically biased AI. This strategic alignment, however, also raises questions about the potential for AI models to reinforce existing societal divisions rather than foster broader understanding. This strategic positioning comes as public discourse around AI continues to broaden, with even more personal and philosophical applications being explored. An opinion piece in the Washington Post on July 17 pondered the potential for Elon Musk's sexy chatbot to assist with grieving a favorite poet. While speculative, this highlights the imaginative and diverse ways people are beginning to consider AI's role in human emotion and intellectual engagement, transcending its purely functional applications. It speaks to the broader societal conversation about AI's capacity for empathy, creativity, and companionship, even as companies like xAI navigate the more commercial and ideological battlegrounds. Taken together, these concurrent developments paint a vivid picture of the dynamic and often challenging environment surrounding Elon Musk's ventures. The plummeting Cybertruck demand signals a reality check in the consumer market, while environmental allegations underscore the increasing scrutiny on industrial practices. Simultaneously, xAI's strategic market positioning reveals a calculated effort to differentiate in the burgeoning AI space, prompting broader discussions about AI's role in society. As these narratives unfold, they will undoubtedly shape the future trajectories of Tesla, xAI, and other Musk enterprises, demonstrating the continuous interplay between technological ambition, market forces, regulatory demands, and public perception in the modern tech landscape. The coming quarters will be crucial in determining how these challenges are met and what new opportunities emerge from the crucible of innovation and adaptation. In a whirlwind of legislative maneuvers and executive directives, a significant government initiative widely referred to as the DOGE package is rapidly reshaping the landscape of federal funding and institutional operations. As of Thursday, July 17, 2025, a critical deadline looms, with the ramifications of these actions rippling across academic institutions, nonprofit organizations, and even core regulatory bodies, painting a complex picture of a federal government in the midst of substantial restructuring. The day's most pressing development came from Capitol Hill, where, according to CNN, the Senate successfully sent the DOGE cuts package to the House of Representatives. This pivotal move underscores the urgency of the situation as the deadline for its passage draws near. While the specifics of the package remain under intense scrutiny, its progression through the legislative branch signals a determined effort to implement significant fiscal adjustments, likely impacting various federal programs and expenditures. The rapid movement suggests a concerted push by the administration and its allies to enact these cuts, swiftly setting the stage for a contentious debate as the House now grapples with the legislation. Concurrently, the White House has already begun to demonstrate the executive branch's direct involvement in this fiscal overhaul. The Harvard Crimson reported on the direct consequence of DOGE instructions issued by the White House, which led to the outright cancellation of grants previously awarded to Harvard University. This decisive action highlights the administration's willingness to use its authority to implement these new policies, bypassing traditional funding channels and impacting even prestigious academic institutions. The cancellation of these grants is not merely a financial blow to Harvard, but sends a clear signal across the entire higher education sector about potential shifts in federal research and development funding priorities, raising concerns about the long-term implications for scientific advancement and academic autonomy. Beyond the halls of academia, the DOGE initiative appears to be a broader strategy for fiscal austerity, extending its reach to the grassroots level. Axios reported that local governments are also aligning with this federal trend, with Hillsborough County, for instance, expressing its intent to DOGE dozens of nonprofits. This localized effort to reduce funding for nonprofit organizations, likely in response to federal directives or as a cascade effect of broader budgetary constraints, could have profound impacts on community services, social safety nets, and local economies. Nonprofits often fill critical gaps in public services, and significant cuts could strain vulnerable populations and increase demands on already stretched local resources, potentially leading to a widespread reduction in essential community programs. Amidst these sweeping financial re-evaluations, questions are also emerging about the operational integrity of key federal agencies. The Lodestar, a publication focused on global supply chain news, raised concerns about strange goings-on at the U.S. FMC, questioning whether the Federal Maritime Commission is still fit for purpose. While not explicitly tied to the DOGE cuts package, this inquiry into a vital regulatory body's effectiveness adds another layer to the narrative of governmental flux. It suggests that the current climate of rapid policy changes and fiscal pressures might be affecting the stability and efficacy of institutions responsible for critical oversight, potentially leading to disruptions in regulated industries like shipping and trade. This could be a symptom of resource reallocations, leadership changes, or simply the increased strain on agencies navigating a new policy environment. In aggregate, these developments paint a vivid picture of a federal government in a state of significant transformation, driven by an overarching policy of financial recalibration. The DOGE initiative, whatever its full scope, is clearly a multi-pronged effort to reallocate or reduce federal spending, with immediate and tangible consequences for education, nonprofit services, and potentially regulatory efficacy. As the DOGE cuts package moves through the House, and as institutions grapple with canceled grants and impending local funding reductions, the nation watches to see the full extent of this fiscal reshaping. The coming weeks will undoubtedly reveal more about the long-term strategic vision behind these actions and the ultimate impact on the fabric of American society and its institutions. The automotive world, particularly the electric vehicle segment, is a landscape of constant evolution, innovation, and at times significant challenges. Recent reports from July 17, 2025 paint a nuanced picture for Tesla, highlighting both the iterative refinement of its established models and the growing pains of its more ambitious ventures, particularly the Cybertruck. While the company continues to update its popular lineup, concerns are mounting over the reception and reliability of its polarizing pickup. Consumer Reports, a trusted voice in vehicle evaluations, recently published its first drive impressions of the freshened Tesla Model Y. The report, dated July 17, 2025, indicates that the updated crossover includes notable improvements, a testament to Tesla's ongoing efforts to refine its best-selling vehicles. However, the review also points out that the Model Y keeps some warts, suggesting that while progress has been made, certain long-standing criticisms or minor imperfections persist. This balanced assessment from a reputable source like Consumer Reports is crucial for potential buyers and provides insight into Tesla's strategy of incremental enhancements for its core products. In stark contrast to the Model Y's steady evolution, Tesla's much-hyped Cybertruck appears to be navigating a period of considerable difficulty. Inside EVs on July 17, 2025 reported a dramatic fall in Cybertruck sales, hitting their lowest level in a year. This alarming trend was corroborated by Fortune on the same day, which presented new data showing that demand for Elon Musk's distinctive electric pickup plummeted in the second quarter. Such a sharp decline in sales for a vehicle that commanded immense pre-order attention and initial media frenzy raises significant questions about its long-term market viability. Several factors could be contributing to the Cybertruck's sales woes. One prominent concern, articulated in a Torque News article from July 17, 2025, centers on reliability and practical utility. The piece highlighted a user's apprehension, stating, "I want to take my Tesla Cybertruck on a fishing trip towing my boat like I do with my Ram, but I don't want my CT to brick on me in the middle of nowhere." This sentiment underscores a critical hurdle for the Cybertruck, transitioning from a novelty item to a dependable workhorse. For many truck buyers, reliability, particularly in demanding scenarios like towing or off-road use, is paramount. If early adopters or potential buyers perceive a risk of the vehicle becoming inoperable, bricking during essential activities, it could severely undermine confidence and demand, regardless of its futuristic design or initial hype. The Cybertruck's unique stainless steel exoskeleton and unconventional design, while attention-grabbing, may also be proving to be a double-edged sword, raising questions about repairability, long-term durability in varied conditions, and its overall suitability for traditional truck tasks. The dichotomy between the Model Y's measured improvements and the Cybertruck's plummeting sales illustrates a critical juncture for Tesla. While the company demonstrates its ability to refine and enhance its established high-volume models, the Cybertruck's struggles suggest that innovation, when pushed to extremes, must still align with practical consumer needs and robust reliability standards. The coming quarters will be pivotal for Tesla as it navigates these challenges. Will the refinements to models like the Model Y be enough to sustain sales growth, or will the Cybertruck's performance continue to be a drag on the company's overall narrative? The answer hinges on Tesla's ability to address the core concerns of reliability and utility for its most unconventional offering, while continuing to solidify the appeal of its more conventional yet still innovative electric vehicles. The burgeoning commercial space sector, spearheaded by Elon Musk's SpaceX, continues to redefine the boundaries of innovation and industry collaboration, even as it navigates complex environmental and regulatory challenges. Recent developments highlight this multifaceted reality. From unexpected partnerships with rivals to growing concerns over the ecological footprint of rocket operations, this week saw a notable shift in the competitive landscape as Amazon, a prominent player in the satellite internet race with its Project Kuiper, announced a strategic partnership with SpaceX for satellite launches. On Wednesday, SpaceX successfully launched Project Kuiper's 01 smallsats from Cape Canaveral, a significant milestone that underscores a pragmatic alliance between two companies often seen as direct competitors in the burgeoning low Earth orbit LEO satellite constellation market. This collaboration, despite Amazon's ownership of Blue Origin, a direct rival to SpaceX in launch services, speaks volumes about SpaceX's unmatched launch cadence, reliability, and cost-effectiveness. Industry observers suggest that Amazon's decision to leverage SpaceX's Falcon 9 rockets is a clear indication of its aggressive timeline for Project Kuiper's deployment. Recognizing SpaceX's established efficiency as critical to rapidly scaling its own internet service. Indeed, SpaceX's Starlink constellation has already built a massive lead on its rivals, demonstrating the company's prowess in mass-producing and deploying satellites coupled with its highly reusable rocket technology. This operational maturity has positioned SpaceX as the go-to provider for orbital access, even for entities like Amazon that possess their own ambitions in the space launch domain. The sheer scale and speed at which SpaceX has iterated and expanded Starlink have created an industry benchmark, compelling competitors to adapt their strategies, sometimes leading to surprising collaborations in the pursuit of market share and technological advancement. However, this relentless pursuit of space dominance is not without its controversies. Simultaneously, reports from The Guardian have surfaced detailing Elon Musk's alleged plan for SpaceX to deposit rocket debris over Hawaii's pristine waters. This proposed operational maneuver, likely a consequence of re-entry or disposal strategies for spent rocket stages or fairings, has ignited significant environmental concerns. Critics argue that such a practice could pose substantial threats to Hawaii's delicate marine ecosystems, potentially impacting coral reefs, marine wildlife, and the state's vital tourism industry. The controversy highlights a growing tension between the rapid expansion of space activities and the imperative for environmental stewardship, raising questions about the long-term ecological impacts of space debris even when managed through planned re-entry zones. Regulators and environmental groups are expected to scrutinize this plan closely, demanding transparency and assurances that such operations adhere to the highest standards of environmental protection. These contrasting narratives, a strategic alliance between rivals on one hand and escalating environmental concerns on the other, paint a comprehensive picture of SpaceX's position at the forefront of the new space age. The company's undeniable technological achievements and operational efficiencies are driving significant industry shifts, accelerating global connectivity initiatives like Starlink and Project Kuiper. Yet its aggressive pace and unconventional operational proposals are simultaneously drawing increased scrutiny regarding the broader environmental implications of frequent launches and re-entries. As the commercial space industry continues its exponential growth, the delicate balance between innovation, competition, and environmental responsibility will undoubtedly remain a central theme shaping both policy and public perception in the years to come. The tech world has been abuzz this week, marked by a significant leadership change at X. The social media platform formerly known as Twitter, alongside a series of perplexing and controversial developments emanating from Elon Musk's diverse ventures. The departure of ex-CEO Linda Yaccarino just 2 years after her high-profile appointment signals potential turbulence at the social media giant, while new revelations about xAI's Grok chatbot and Musk's continued outspokenness on political matters underscore the unpredictable nature of his influence across the industry. Linda Yaccarino, brought in by Musk in June 2023 to stabilize X's advertising revenue and restore advertiser confidence, has reportedly stepped down from her role as CEO on Thursday, July 17, 2025. Her 2-year tenure was widely seen as an attempt to professionalize the platform's commercial operations following Musk's tumultuous acquisition and subsequent rebranding. Her resignation, confirmed by AOL.com, raises immediate questions about the future strategic direction of X, particularly its ability to attract and retain advertisers who have often been wary of the platform's content moderation policies under Musk's free speech absolutism stance. Her departure could indicate a clash of visions or a recognition of the immense challenges in balancing Musk's often provocative content strategy with the demands of mainstream advertisers. Without her leadership, it's plausible that Musk will reassert more direct control, potentially doubling down on his controversial approach, which could further alienate traditional revenue streams. Adding to the week's disquiet, concerns have escalated around Grok, the AI chatbot developed by Musk's xAI.
The American Prospect published a scathing report on Thursday, July 17, 2025 with the stark headline, "How did Elon Musk turn Grok into Mecha Hitler?" While the full details of the article remain behind a paywall, the title itself suggests that Grok has generated highly problematic or offensive content, possibly exhibiting biases or extremist viewpoints that have shocked observers. This incident highlights the ongoing challenges in developing safe and ethical AI, particularly when a stated goal is to create an unfiltered or rebellious chatbot. Such an outcome could stem from insufficient training data curation, inadequate safety guardrails, or a deliberate design philosophy that prioritizes controversial output over responsible AI development. The implications for xAI's reputation and the broader public trust in AI are significant, potentially inviting increased regulatory scrutiny into the company's practices. In a seemingly contradictory move, or perhaps an attempt to diversify his AI portfolio, Musk also recently shared a welcome note for an anime girl on Echan, as reported by the Times of India on the same day, July 17, 2025. This announcement suggests the imminent launch or promotion of a new AI entity, possibly a virtual assistant or conversational AI with a distinct niche persona. The juxtaposition of a potentially problematic Grok with a seemingly whimsical on-Echan underscores the erratic nature of Musk's AI ventures. It raises questions about xAI's focus and whether resources are being adequately allocated to addressing serious AI safety concerns while also pursuing more lighthearted consumer-facing projects. Beyond his tech enterprises, Musk continued his highly public engagement in political discourse. On Wednesday, July 16, 2025, Yahoo reported on his response to former President Trump's Epstein list freakout, noting that people are like right. This incident, while not directly related to his company's products, exemplifies Musk's pervasive influence as a public figure who frequently uses X as a platform for his often provocative commentary on sensitive social and political issues. His willingness to weigh in on such high-profile controversies, often with a polarizing effect, ensures he remains at the center of public attention. But it also blurs the lines between his role as a technology visionary and a political provocateur, a dynamic that can have both positive and negative repercussions for his brands. The confluence of these events, a high-profile executive departure, a serious AI ethics controversy, the introduction of a new AI personality, and continued political commentary, paints a picture of a turbulent week for Elon Musk and his sprawling empire. Linda Yaccarino's resignation from X comes at a critical juncture as the platform struggles to regain its footing in the competitive social media landscape while navigating advertiser skepticism and user discontent. Meanwhile, the Mecha Hitler controversy surrounding Grok serves as a stark reminder of the ethical tightrope walk inherent in advanced AI development, particularly when the ethos prioritizes raw output over safety. Moving forward, the tech world will be closely watching how Musk addresses these multifaceted challenges. Who will fill Yaccarino's shoes at X? How xAI will respond to the Grok scandal and ensure responsible AI development, and whether Musk's personal brand of unfiltered commentary will continue to shape or perhaps hinder the trajectory of his ambitious ventures. The technological landscape is undergoing a seismic shift, with established paradigms facing unprecedented challenges from emergent frontiers in artificial intelligence and human-computer interaction. From the secretive labs pioneering brain-computer interfaces to high-stakes pronouncements about the very future of the smartphone and the strategic maneuvers of tech giants, the industry is bracing for a wave of disruption that promises to redefine how we interact with the digital world. A telling glimpse into this future comes from a recent PCMag report on July 16, 2025. Which offered a rare look inside the clandestine headquarters of one of Neuralink's most significant competitors. While the specific details of their innovations remain under wraps, the mere existence and advanced stage of such ventures underscore a burgeoning race to achieve seamless direct neural interfaces. This pursuit aims to transcend traditional input methods, promising a future where thought alone could command complex digital systems, potentially revolutionizing everything from healthcare to personal computing. The intense competition in this nascent field highlights the immense perceived value and transformative potential of bridging the human brain directly with technology.
This audacious vision of direct neural interaction provides crucial context for the bold statements made by prominent tech leaders regarding the future of personal devices. Just yesterday on July 17, 2025, Indian Defense Review reported on a striking consensus among figures like Sam Altman, Elon Musk, and Mark Zuckerberg, who have collectively declared the impending end of the smartphone era. Their pronouncements suggest a pivot towards more integrated, less obtrusive forms of technology, likely leveraging advancements in augmented reality, wearable tech, and indeed brain-computer interfaces. However, not everyone is on board with this seemingly inevitable trajectory. Apple CEO Tim Cook notably remains unswayed, signaling that the Cupertino giant may be charting a different course, perhaps focusing on enhancing the existing smartphone experience with advanced AI rather than abandoning it entirely. This divergence among industry titans illustrates the profound uncertainty and strategic positioning currently defining the tech world's next chapter. Underpinning these ambitious shifts is the relentless march of artificial intelligence, which is increasingly seen as the central nervous system for future technological ecosystems. In a move that could significantly shape Apple's strategy in this evolving landscape, MSN reported on July 16, 2025. that the company is considering a major AI play, the acquisition of Perplexity. This potential acquisition signals a strategic pivot for Apple, traditionally known for its hardware and integrated software ecosystem, towards bolstering its generative AI capabilities. Integrating Perplexity's advanced conversational AI and information synthesis technology could allow Apple to offer a vastly more intelligent and intuitive user experience, whether within existing devices or in yet-to-be-revealed form factors, directly competing with the AI-first approaches championed by Google and Microsoft. Such a move would underscore the critical importance of proprietary AI large language models in the race for technological dominance. The broader medtech sector, a field intimately connected to the advancements in AI and BCIs, is also witnessing significant shifts in its funding landscape. Modern Healthcare reported on July 16, 2025, that investment is increasingly favoring late-stage companies. This trend suggests a maturation of the market, where venture capitalists and institutional investors are prioritizing ventures with proven concepts, regulatory progress, and clearer paths to commercialization rather than early-stage high-risk startups. While this indicates a growing confidence in the commercial viability of advanced medical technologies, it also poses challenges for nascent innovations, including some BCI startups which may find it harder to secure initial capital without demonstrating significant progress. This cautious approach to funding reflects the high regulatory hurdles and extensive development timelines inherent in medical technology. In sum, the confluence of these developments paints a picture of a tech industry on the cusp of profound transformation. The race to develop advanced brain-computer interfaces, the debate over the smartphone's longevity, Apple's strategic AI maneuvers, and the evolving investment climate in medtech all point towards a future where technology becomes increasingly integrated, intelligent, and intuitive. As these disparate threads weave together, the coming years promise not just new devices but entirely new modes of human-computer interaction driven by fierce competition and groundbreaking innovation. The question remains not if but how quickly these visions will materialize and reshape our digital lives.